Welcome back, everybody. Tibbers here, and I'm coming to you today with a very special video. I had the opportunity to sit down and interview Elsie Lovelock, the voiceover artist for Mommy Longlegs, and this is that interview, so sit back, relax, and enjoy everything we're about to talk about, and stick around for a special surprise at the end.
I really appreciate you sort of wanting to even interview me. It's very kind of you, because I'm not really like, it's just nice. So yeah, thank you.
Not a problem. To start, why don't you go ahead and just introduce yourself to the audience?
Okay, hi there. My name is Elsie Lovelock. I'm a singer and a voice actress. Probably best known for projects such as the voice of Uzi in Murder Drones, Mommy Longlegs and Poppy Playtime, singing voice of Charlie in the Has Been Hotel pilot, and many games such as Baldur's Gate 3, Genshin Impact, and many, many more. I've completely forgotten my entire resume, so go on IMDb.
Yeah, if you really want to see everything, just go check out Elsie's IMDb. It's a phenomenal list of projects that you have been a part of.
Thank you.
Not a problem. So, leading into that, what inspired you to become a voiceover artist?
I originally wanted to be an animator because I draw as well. So that kind of obviously fed into my love of cartoons, video games. I always used to do funny voices when I was like playing with my Barbies and my Beanie Babies when I was little. And that kind of actually played a big part in my love of voiceover as well. I've had a YouTube channel for 15 years, which is where I kind of segued from doing sort of fan dubs and covers and stuff into actual voiceover. And now it's been my full-time job since 2018, and I'm very lucky.
That is amazing. Amazing. Just hearing that you've been able to do that, especially since 2018, that's so cool. That's so cool. I can.
It was a bit of a leap of faith, but it's all worked out in the end. So I'm very grateful that it's worked out the way that it has.
So, leading into that, before becoming a voiceover artist, did you have any other life plans, or did you know that this is what you wanted to do as a career?
Yeah, well, my family always thought I was going to be an artist of some kind, because I was always the kid who got a piece of paper and drew every time me and all my cousins got together at my grandparents' house, and I was always the one who draws. So everybody thought that that would be my vocation. But actually, when I was 17, I got to be in an opera. And it was like a documentary on TV and everything. And it kind of changed my life because it sort of opened me up to the world of performing and stage and that camaraderie you get with your castmates. And I just fell in love with it. And since then, I definitely knew that I wanted to pursue the stage route. I originally wanted to do musical theatre, but I'm not a very good dancer. So voiceover is like the perfect job because it means I can still act and I can still sing, but it means I don't have to deal with like dancing or the anxiety of being on stage. So it's kind of perfect for me.
That's so funny. I actually have a musical theater background as well. That was my major
Really?
in college, but I ended
Oh,
up,
amazing.
yeah, I ended up leaving the program just because I had some differences that I didn't really agree with, and also I was not the best dancer either. So
Yeah, in it though, it's always the thing. Yeah, it's just, it can be difficult as well because it's a very sort of pressurizing environment. And I didn't like that pressure to like, I always have to be kind of perfect. Like my body has to be perfect. You have to be like the perfect weight. You have to, work really, really hard in a way that's like super physically taxing. And it's like, although I'm not afraid of that, it was just a bit like I didn't really want to be compared physically to so many other people as well. Whereas with voiceover, in terms of casting, it's like I can do my audition, I can send it off, and if I hear back, great, and if I don't, it's fine. I don't really have to like think about it too much. So yeah, it's definitely a lot better.
how long have you been singing for?
Probably since I was about 16. I was in like a production of Little Shop of Horrors in high school, and I was given like sort of a lead vocal role in that, and that really helped me fall in love with it as well. And then I started my YouTube channel back then, and so I've had that since probably like 2008, and I've been periodically uploading covers ever since then. Haven't really done much of my covers in the past couple of years though, just because YouTube has gone the way it has,
Yeah.
which we all know. And obviously voiceover completely took over, so I just didn't have any time to work on covers or anything. So yeah, I've been singing longer than I've been doing voiceover for sure.
That is amazing. So you mentioned Little Shop of Horrors, and I want you to know that my jaw just dropped because my last stage production was Little Shop of Horrors.
Really? What
I
was
was
your Were
Seymour.
you in it?
I was
Oh,
Seymour.
amazing. Oh, congratulations. I love that show so much. It's seriously one of my favorites of all time. It's like my top 5 favorite musicals, favorite movie. Like I love it. So that's amazing. Oh my God, well done.
Thank you, thank you. It's one. I literally was just singing somewhere that screen in my shower yesterday. Not even joking.
Oh, I love that song. I know it's so. Oh, I
It's
love it.
such a
Oh, that's
good one.
amazing. You'll have to send me some of your singing if it's recorded.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to hear it.
So, segueing into the world of voice acting and, of course, Poppy Playtime, you voiced the wonderful Mommy Longlegs, which is one of my favorite characters. And I am curious
Oh,
to
thank
know
you.
what was the casting process like?
It was kind of random actually. I got a message on Twitter from Mob, and they were like, "Oh, hey, would you like to audition for the new Poppy Playtime game?" And I was like, "What?" Because obviously like Huggy Wuggy had become like a huge thing lately, and I was like, "Poppy Playtime." I was like, "Oh, is this that horror indie game that's like blown up recently?" And I was like, "Oh, hell yeah!" So it was funny because they messaged me. I don't know why or how. They just messaged me and just asked me if I wanted to audition. So I initially sent like 3 takes, because they gave me like the specs and kind of her general vibe, what they wanted her to sound like. So I did like a British accent take, a Southern accent take, like a Southern American, like, "Hi, sweetie pie." And then I did like the take, obviously, that ended up being chosen, which was like just the normal American accent take, I guess. And yeah, that's how it happened. It was pretty random. I don't know how many people they approached or whether it was just like a small amount of people, but yeah, then I ended up getting it from there. It was all kind of a strange but fast process. So yeah, it was a very pleasant surprise.
That is so awesome to hear. My foray into voice acting actually is because a mutual friend of ours happened to join my Twitch stream and then messaged me afterwards and
Oh,
was like, "Hey, I've got something I'm working on. Have you ever been interested in doing voiceover work?" And I'm like, "Absolutely,
yeah.
I have been. I have a face
Yeah.
for radio."
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, same here. That's awesome though. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes these things are just like sort of happy surprises and they just kind of happen from someone or you just sometimes are lucky enough to just get approached. Like it's all very random how it happens, but yeah, it's interesting.
Very interesting. What about Mommy Longlegs as a character drew you to her?
I really like characters that have like an ebb and flow and a huge dynamic of emotion. Because one of the things I love the most about her is that she can be very alluring, very sort of calm, and sort of wanting to kind of draw you in one moment. And then obviously towards the end, she absolutely loses all her composure. It's very akin to one of my favorite Disney villains, which is actually Ratigan from The Great Mouse Detective, who's one of my favorite Disney villains. And I love that juxtaposition of being super in control. And then when the villain loses control, they just absolutely go insane. And I love that arc of villainy. And it was so fun to portray that. I had so much fun, like doing all the sort of the smooth, and she's very, sort of sweet and, very, very motherly when she's trying to draw you in and she's sort of having fun with you. You're literally the prey in her web and she is the spider. And then yeah, towards the end, everything starts going wrong and she's losing it, and then she starts chasing you, and it's just great. I love her so much.
She's such a phenomenal character, and not a lot
Yeah,
of
she's
people
great.
know about the Great Mouse Detective. So I'm actually very happy that you mentioned that because it's a
Yeah, it's one
phenomenal
of my
movie.
favorites. I know it's so underrated. Like it's been my favorite for a long time now, and I just think the villain is so perfect, and he was like a huge inspiration for all that kind of thing. I just love that switch up. So it was really fun to be able to portray that.
And also, just playing a villain is fun in general.
It's so fun. It's so much more fun than the hero. I do love playing a hero too, but the villain is just chef's kiss. Great.
So, in the lore of the game of Poppy Playtime, we discover that Mommy's real name is Marie Payne, a child that was in the orphanage at Playtime Co. How much information did Mob provide you about the character to help inspire you?
I'll be real, they did not tell me about that stuff first and foremost. It was mostly like sort of they did give me a good description. It was a while back now, so I can't remember precisely what they told me, but they gave me like a lot of info about her and like what her attitude is, all that sort of stuff. But the voice was pretty much shaped by me because my sessions were not directed. So all of the takes and everything you hear, including all of the weird sounds when she's chasing you, that are pitched down obviously for scary effect, but like that's all me. And pretty much like all of the direction of the takes are from me. And her voice kind of like got shaped throughout my own recording sessions, because obviously we didn't record it all in one go. They would send me scripts and they're like, oh, this one's ready. Now it's this one. Now can you do this one? And then I think the last script was obviously like when she dies, spoilers. And I just pretty much would do like multiple takes of each line and then just send it all to them. So she's very much a character like shaped by me and my imagination for her. Like the voice is quite unique. It's something I'm quite proud of personally, because I sort of definitely, like, they gave me the specs obviously and the inspiration, but the voice itself is something completely like shaped by myself, which is something I'm, yeah, really enjoyed doing.
Oh, that is awesome. What about Poppy Playtime drew you to it, and have you played any of the games at all?
Yeah, so I love horror. I'm a huge horror fan. Um, Horror games, I struggle with playing because I get very stressed out. And when I get stressed out, I kind of lose all sort of semblance of knowing what I'm doing or where I'm going. So I it's just kind of annoying. Like I annoy myself because I get lost and then I don't know what to do and then I can't really get my mind together. So I definitely prefer watching people play games who can actually play it competently. There are a lot of horror games that I love that I've definitely played myself, but I'm not the best at being like navigational or at puzzles or things like that. So I have watched people play the game like over and over and over, but I just haven't played it myself because I would get too stressed out, especially when she's chasing you. Like that would be too much for me. So yeah, as much as a huge fan of horror movies and games that I am, I do tend to get stressed out with the games. So I haven't played it myself, but I thought the game looked super cool. And I always love when indie games come out of the blue and they're just like a revolution. Like they always give you something new. I loved the theme of it being in like an old toy factory. I thought that was really cool. I thought the design of the characters was super awesome as well. Like that they're cute, but they also managed to look really scary, which is an amazing design skill. So yeah, I just thought they did an amazing job with all of it, and I'm glad that it's as successful as it is.
That's so awesome to hear. I also am in the same boat where I watched people play Poppy and never actually sat down and played it myself.
Yeah,
And I finally
I'm so
did,
afraid. Yeah,
and I
how was it?
oh, so I'm autistic, so the puzzles make me very happy. But in general,
Yeah.
I love everything about Poppy Playtime. It's such a phenomenal story. I relate to it a lot just from stuff that I went through growing up as a kid. And
Mm,
there's a lot in there that just it really impacts me and really drives that story home, especially into my heart.
yeah,
But
that's great to
it's
hear.
so much fun. I actually just recently did a charity event raising money for the Great Ormond Street Hospital there in the UK
Wow.
to
Oh,
open up a new.
congratulations. That's amazing.
Yeah, we were raising money to help break ground on a new cancer treatment center for kids, and I had a few of the mob developers come join me. I'll send it
Wow.
to you after the interview, but there's this funny clip of one of the devs just poking fun at me as we were playing chapter 2, and it was during the statues portion. And I'm like, I'm gonna survive this. I'm gonna survive this. I didn't survive it. And it's the funniest moment ever.
Yeah.
I'll send that to you because
Oh,
it's
yeah, no,
so
I'd love
funny.
to see that. That's great. Oh, that's amazing of you though. Well done. Because I have just kids coming up to me at conventions and stuff, and they just, their faces just light up when I do the voice. And anytime I can sort of engage like that with them and they and make them happy like that is such a huge honor for me. Because like I have two nieces. And the younger one, she's very sort of into all that kind of stuff as well. So it just really makes me happy that it brings joy. I mean, it's very scary. So sometimes I'm like, oh, you're a bit young, like when a 6-year-old comes up to me and they're like, oh, I love Mummy Long Legs. But I'm like, hey, if you're brave and you're okay with it and the parents are okay with it, that's absolutely fine. But it is such a joy just to see the response to it all and how much they love it. Like it's genuinely amazing.
It really is. Have there been any other characters within the Poppy Playtime franchise after watching other people play it that you might have wanted to voice?
Not really, honestly, because I feel like I really just hit the jackpot with Mommy Longlegs with how much of a joy she was to just play. One of the great joys of acting is we something we call meaty. It's like something that you can really sink your teeth into and you can really have fun with, and because I also had that freedom as well, it felt like I wasn't pressurized to sort of keep her in a small box. It's like I was able to kind of go a bit crazy with it, literally and as well. And that, yeah, it just having that freedom and that fun and that playtime, so to speak, it was a joy for me as an actor. So I honestly can't think of any other character that I would choose to play over Mommy. Like she is collectively like mine and Mob's creation, I feel, and I'm really glad that people, took to her so well when she came out.
They really did, and she's still one of the, at least in my opinion, one of the very popular monsters that have come out of that game, including Catnap. I think it's
Yeah,
honestly
yeah.
a fight between the two on who's number one.
That's great to hear because yeah, they're all so iconic, really. Like the designs are amazing, but she's one of the only ones as well who talks so much and like really plays with the player like verbally. So it's really nice that that's been well received because I know that Huggy Wuggy doesn't speak. And I did watch the third chapter 3 when it came out a little bit, but I can't remember. Does Catnap speak? I can't remember, but like, yeah, she speaks a lot, so I'm glad that people weren't like annoyed by that.
I think it was very good to have her speak the way that she did, and because
Yeah,
in chapter 3 and chapter 1, honestly, Catnap only has like one line, and I take it back, he has
yeah,
two. He has two lines, but he's technically defined as mute, so we don't really
right.
hear from him. So having at least a
Ah,
chapter where we have a antagonist who is talking to us the entire time,
yeah,
it's great.
yeah. I'm glad that people took to that.
Could we potentially see you return to Poppy in another role?
I mean, if I was ever asked, I'd be happy to return, honestly, because I've really enjoyed being a part of it. So if part of me was sort of really hoping that one day they delve into the history of Mommy Longlegs, because one thing I was kind of secretly hoping also was that maybe they'd go into her backstory, like when she was Marie, because like I'd love to voice her as Marie and do that contrast with her like as a person before she turned into Mommy Longlegs, you know? So I would love to do something like that. I highly doubt it'll happen, but that is something I would absolutely love to do. So yeah, in a nutshell, if they ever asked me to come back, I totally would, even if it was something different.
Mob, if you're listening, take notes.
Oh, I wish.
So, Poppy Playtime is being made into a movie, which all of the partners in crime and all the fans were really super excited for. If asked, would you voice Mommy Longlegs for the movie?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like, it kind of, if she does appear in the movie and it's not me, I will be sad because she feels very much of a unique, like I said before, like a unique creation of myself. So unless they took her in an entirely different direction, I don't I would feel a bit kind of like, it would feel weird because, like I said, I wasn't directed for the sessions. It was something that I conjured myself with the basis that I was given. So it would feel definitely very sad if I wasn't able to come back. Whether the movie will even have her in it or not, I have no idea. But I definitely will be sad if I see a trailer and I hear her. And I'm sure somebody would interpret her in a very good way. Like I'm not saying that people wouldn't do as good a job as me, but it just feels weird, obviously, because she's such a creation of me, and I really played a huge part in bringing her to life that it would feel strange to like not even have the opportunity to sort of even try out again or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't want to come across like I'm sort of like, oh, no one can do it but me. But yeah, she feels very personal to me. So it would definitely feel sad if like she emerged in the trailer and it wasn't me voicing her for sure.
I definitely would just look at it in a different perspective if it wasn't you, because I'm used to your voice, and I think that I personally, if I had the choice, it would be you voicing them in the movie. It
Oh,
just
thank you. Yeah, I would love to. I mean, like I've not been approached, but if I do get approached, I would absolutely say yes.
I'm manifesting this for you. It's gonna happen.
Thank you. Me too. I'm crossing my fingers. We'll see.
So, what was your experience like working with CG5 and Nola on the song "Mommy's Here"?
Yeah, I thought that song was a banger. It really captured the essence of her, and anything I get to do with Nola is always a plus because we've worked on a lot of projects together. And I just thought the final song was awesome. Like it sounded great. And I listened to it over and over, and it was, yeah, like I said, it just really captured the vibe of the whole thing around chapter 2. So yeah, I thought it was great. I loved singing it as well.
It is definitely in my top 5 favorite songs.
Oh, thanks. That's awesome.
Lyrically and musically, how it was written, it was beautiful, and just hearing your voice singing in it, it was like chills. I had chills through my body.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. No, I really enjoyed doing it, and it was a real banger. So I'm so glad that you and people enjoy it. Yeah, it was awesome. You did a great job.
In the game of Chapter 2, when you finish each section of the game station, Mommy unalives the toys that fail to eliminate the main character. Was that something you were aware of when you were recording your dialogue?
No, to be honest, I really didn't know a lot of what was going on when I was recording because I got given sheets and they did do a little description, but it's weird because like I'm a very visual person, so if I'm not shown the setting, I can imagine things definitely, but it's never what ends up actually happening. So it was like they would kind of describe like, oh, mummy is here and she's hanging above, and you're playing this game and it's this and that. But it's hard. It was hard for me to picture like what was actually going on. So when the game came out, it was like, oh, this makes sense. So I'm really glad that like it did match up well with what was happening. Like nothing felt too out of place. Because obviously I didn't have any too many visual references or anything like that. So yeah, the way it all turned out, it was great. They all did such an amazing job, and she just looked awesome as well. Like she's great.
So after making it through the statue section of the game, Mommy Longlegs goes on a very long and rage-induced rant after the main character got away from her. As a voiceover artist, how difficult was it to switch between raging angrily at the main character to being sweet to try and coax them back?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, so, like I'm not like tooting my own horn or anything, but I really relish any time where I get to go insane with voice roles like this. I feel like I have a pretty good sort of like breath support in general. So I was able to kind of do multiple takes of like the yelling and stuff. And it's what I do in my job, most days. So it's something I'm very used to. So I really enjoyed it. Like I said, like I totally relished it. And I did, as many takes as I could. Some of them were quite different from others. Some of them I would like really fluctuate between raging and being sweet. I really liked doing that as well, like doing that sort of roughness in the voice and really yelling and then going up to trying to keep it together, and then she just like snaps, and it's yeah, for me it was just so much fun. That's why I love her so much, because I genuinely like had so much fun doing those takes and playing with it. So it was awesome for me.
And you could really hear it and how you were speaking and how you were portraying the character, the depth as well. Just from the just how you were like trying to be like, okay, you won, come out, and then just
Yeah.
absolutely raging, like, I'm going to find you, and when I do, you're dead. Like, it was
Yeah,
so
like that was
good.
her snapping point. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it was so fun to do that as well, because like that was like her last attempt at trying to be nice, or what she thinks is nice, and then
Mhm.
the rest of it is just completely unhinged, and getting to do that craziness was just awesome, because it's like, okay, she's totally lost it now. Like that's it. The facade is gone. This is the Rattigan moment. So it was super super fun.
That is awesome. So, do you have a second favorite character from the Poppy Playtime franchise?
Oh, I mean, that's really challenging because they're all so cool. I really like the design of Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy. I think they're both very cute, because I definitely had toys like that back in the day, where it was like kind of, like the male and the female version, like the contrast between like
Mhm.
the blue and the pink. It's all just very cute, because we definitely did have toys like that. I like the multiple aspect of Catnap, and like all the little the what they call the critters.
The Smiling
Um,
Critters, yeah.
the Smiling Critters, yeah, I like that, because that was also very similar, like toys we had, because it's all very like based on toys we had like in the 90s. So, which is when I grew up. So it was all very, very accurate, along with the commercials and stuff that they made. Because Mummy Longlegs is basically like a Betty Spaghetti, which I also had. So it's just great to see all the designs. And I honestly like couldn't pick a favorite, because I feel like they all have something so different and unique to offer. And that's what makes them all so scary. Like they all like scratch that itch of different fears that people have. So yeah, I can't pick a favorite. I think they're all so well designed and they look great.
That is so good to hear. Have you seen anything from Chapter 4 yet?
Oh, no. I saw like the
Ooh.
Yarnaby thing. I think he looks really awesome. But yeah, apart from that, like I've only seen the trailer that they released, and I think it looks great. I think it's gonna be pretty unique again from what I guess. But yeah, no, I think it looks awesome.
I'm so excited for this next chapter because I think it's going to
Yeah.
be Chef's Kiss. I really do.
Yeah.
I saw that you voiced Mimi in Digimon Adventure 02 Hurricane Touchdown. What was it like joining the world of Digimon?
Oh man, I mean, I don't think it's been fully released yet, but we recorded it like early last year, and it was honestly insane because I grew up with Digimon. And Mimi was one of my favorite characters because I was very much like a girly girl. Like I loved the pink. I loved Lilymon and all the flower stuff. Like she was definitely my favorite. So to have that opportunity, let alone actually book it, was crazy. And the director, she's a huge fan of Digimon too. So it was really funny because in my audition, obviously, I imitated what Felice Sampler did for the original movies, who, rest in peace. She is such a huge inspiration to me. I'm so sad that she's no longer with us. Her work was something that really shaped mine, and she was a huge influence on me. I thought her voice was so unique yet so perfect for all these characters, and she was so versatile. And just to I don't even like to say step in or take over the role because it feels wrong, but just to get to pay my homage to her in a way with all that, just to try and do her justice, was such a huge honor. And I honestly cried a little bit when I got the email, like just from, knowing about Felice and also just like being is something that's such a huge part of my childhood. So yeah, it was very emotional. And during the session, the director said to me, she was like, I could tell that you were a huge fan from how you imitated the reads. And I was like, yeah, that's so iconic. It's always been in my head for years. Those voice deliveries. So yeah, sorry, I'm rambling, but yeah, it was more than a huge honor, and I'm really excited for everybody to see it, because also like to record with the original cast as well is like an honor beyond words, because they're all people that I admire so much, and being able to be among them as like one of these iconic characters is more than I could ever ask for, honestly. Like it's insane.
That is I'm such a huge Digimon fan as well. Digimon
Yeah.
inspired. Honestly, it really did inspire me to start looking into being a voice actor, even when because I was watching it as a
Yeah.
young child. I watched both the English and the sub version, and I love everything. I have two Digimon tattoos. I literally have all the Digivices on a shelf behind
Oh,
me.
that's amazing. What do you have tattoos of?
I
Like
have
the crests or
on my left arm I have the crest of courage, and in the top portion of my back I have a giant crest of kindness.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. See, I've honestly been tempted to get the crest of is it Serenity? Sincerity. Is it Serenity or Sincerity? I can't even
I
remember.
think
Like my
it's
brain is not
sincerity.
working. Sincerity, that's it. Like, because that's a beautiful, like, sort of droplet kind of shape. I've been sort of tempted to get that tattooed on me somewhere, because I honestly like I love Mimi so much. Yeah, and it's like the voices, they're so good, especially like the Digimon movie. It's like, yeah, they did edit it and all that sort of stuff, but like the performances are still so great, and they sound very authentic, and you could tell they had a lot of fun doing it. So I just love it. I watched it so much, and it's a huge honor.
So speaking of voice acting, did you know that you and I were both in Showtime 2 together?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Because that, oh my gosh, like that's something that I really loved working on as well. Because like they're genuinely like really sweet characters. And it's nice to see like characters that are like over 30 being genuinely in love in something like that. Yeah, just remind me, who did you play?
I was just a background character, but I did a bunch of various background characters.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I don't think I've actually have I got my DVD of the second one? I might do. I think I got it in the post. It's somewhere. I actually haven't had a chance to watch it yet because I've just been like so doing way too much. But when I get a chance to watch it, I'll listen out for you because that is awesome. Because yeah, it's such a sweet show.
And so, for my final question, do you have any advice to anyone listening who is wanting to go into the voiceover industry?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try not to talk anyone's ear off too much. But the main thing I would definitely say about voiceover is that it really is true when people say that the acting is the most important thing. It's great to be able to do different voices. And obviously, that's a huge skill set that will help you if this is something that you want to do. But none of it matters if you can't believably portray emotion and be able to perform comfortably in front of people. And that is the most important thing by far, is just being able to act and portray emotion believably. also just like, you know, remembering that it is also a job. I think that the thing is, a lot of people get into it, they don't take it seriously because they see it as something that's kind of, oh, fun, doing voices, messing around in front of a microphone, haha. But it's like, no, like once you start progressing in your career and getting into the big leagues, you're being paid for your time. You need to go in and you need to do a good job and make the most of the time that you are being booked for. It's not something to mess around with. You got to take it as fun as it is, and it is the best job in the world, in my opinion. For me, it is still something that you need to take seriously, and just remember that, it deserves as much respect as any other job out there. And I think, it sometimes doesn't get taken as seriously as it deserves. Sometimes we get stuff like celebrity stunt casting, and then you get professional voice actors coming in to like do the hard stuff. It's all just sort of a bit, kind of feels like it's not a very like highly respected profession, yet at the same time it's something that everybody wants to do. And yet they don't kind of realize what it really takes. So, in a nutshell, I would definitely say concentrate on the acting. If it's something that you're passionate about, practice, try and do some kind of stage stuff. Even though if you don't want to do stage, just have it for the experience and acting in front of people. Practice at home, practice your voices. And also, just be safe with it, because your vocal cords are a muscle. Don't push yourself too much. I mean, there's so much I could say. Like I would be here for like 3 hours if I wanted to like give all the advice that I wanted to give. But yeah, concentrate on the acting and just remember to take it seriously, because it deserves that respect.
And I honestly can echo all of that, and that is phenomenal sound advice.
Thank you.
So before I let you go, there is one of the developers. Her name is Amberluvsbugs. She is a huge Mommy Longlegs fan, and she's also a huge fan of hers. She has no idea that we're recording right now. If you're okay with it, I'd love to pull her in and introduce you both.
Yeah, no, go for it. I'd love to meet her.
Hi, Amber.
Hello.
Hi, Amber.
Oh my goodness.
How are you?
Surprise.
Surprise.
Oh my goodness. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing? It's so nice to meet you.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you too. I'm doing so well. I'm just
Oh,
vibing and
yeah.
working.
No, me too. It's all good. We're just vibing, and yeah, Tibbers said that you like Mummy Longlegs and everything. So yeah, it's just really nice to meet you and get to have this moment with you.
Oh my gosh. Timbers, what did you tell her?
Nothing bad, I promise.
Nothing bad, don't worry. But it's so lovely to hear that you enjoy the character, and I'm really happy to hear that. So thank you so much.
Dude, I'm sorry, I'm speechless.
It's all right. Oh,
I
bless you.
I love her character overall in the placement of Poppy Playtime. And it's actually just
Oh,
what got me into the job of Poppy Playtime itself. Like,
oh,
I don't know if you remember this, but a long while back, I had done studies of the character, and there was one picture that you saw, and I'll put it in the group chat.
oh, yeah.
And you retweeted it, and I'm like, no way!
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, show me, because like I barely remember what happened yesterday most of the time. So as soon as I see it, it'll definitely bring my memory back. But yeah, I've loved seeing like, oh my God, the things that people have made, and people are just so talented and amazing.
For real, I've seen so many art pieces of your
Yeah.
characters in general, and it's just God,
Oh,
it's so
that's
cool.
amazing. I love seeing it. Oh yeah. Oh my God, this was so slay. I loved this. This was awesome. I remember this. Oh, you're so good. Oh my God, I'm gonna need to like commission you for a print or something, because like you're so talented. This is awesome.
Dude,
Look at her, she looks so good.
I would be honored to work with you and make
Yeah, I'd be
something
honored to
custom.
have a print by you. Like honestly, because like I remember like seeing this at the time and just being like, oh man, like I love this style so much. Like she looks so good. Oh, look at her. A little happy dance in the top left corner. Oh, I want this coat in real life, to be fair. Like, it's so
Right
slay.
now, I want it so bad.
I want it. It's my favorite color as well. I love pink. I love the 80s aesthetic. It's so good.
Oh my god,
I didn't know
there was
that was you.
I also made like a little exercise animation with this design just for
Oh my
fun.
gosh.
I don't know if you
Let's
saw
see.
it.
Oh my god, I love it! It's so cute! Oh, she looks so adorable. Look at the leg warmers. Oh my god. I love this so much. Please, I have to commission you for a print because it's so awesome. Look at her. Oh my god. She
The
really is
amount
my
of
fave.
times, the amount of times that I've drawn her is freaking ridiculous.
Oh, really? Oh my
Yes.
god, yes, please. You have to like stay in touch with me and like give me your like commission rates after this because I would love to get a print by you. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I'll definitely we'll sort that out because I would love one. I love this. Oh, it's so awesome to see. Oh, I'm so happy that she's like brought you some, happiness and that she's fun to draw and all this stuff.
Oh, she's so great at studying and just doing animations.
Yeah,
I
because of
always
the like,
ask her
long
to
limbs.
Oh man,
Oh.
this reminds me. This is a thing I did in
Oh, that's brilliant. I love it. Oh my gosh. That is so good. You're so good. I love it. She's like, meet Nancy. That's so awesome. I love this. Oh my gosh.
I love just drawing her in a whole bunch of
Mm.
different scenarios and just giving her a prompt and just going with it.
Yes.
Super great
Oh
and
my
fun to do.
gosh.
I just wanted to say that the stars aligned and I was able to sit down and have a lovely interview with Elsie here. And I wanted to make sure that you had this opportunity to meet Elsie because I know how much you enjoy them as an artist, but also as the character from Mommy. And it's just been phenomenal for me just to see this interaction because I've just been smiling and I'm not gonna lie, I wiped a tear away.
And amazing for me as well. This is honestly the kind of stuff that makes everything I do truly worth it. Like hearing this kind of stuff. Like, I mean, it's you know what I mean. It's worth it, but it's like this is the stuff that matters. Because like people really do connect to these characters, and it brings them joy. And to me, that's like the best, like the more than I could ever ask for. So it's such an honor to meet you, Amber. And it was lovely to be interviewed by you, Tibbers. I had a lot of fun. They're really good questions as well. So thank you for asking those. And yeah, it's just been so lovely and wholesome. And I'm like, oh, I'm smiling now. I'm going to go and make dinner in a minute and just be like, doo-doo-doo. Like, it's just so nice.
I'm gonna let you know right now, I've actually known you a lot longer than before Mommy Longlegs. I've known you since like the
Really?
pilot of Hazbin
Oh,
Hotel.
really? My
Um,
goodness me.
yes. And then whenever I heard you were on Murder Drones, I was like, wait, no way, that's so cool.
That's amazing. Oh, that's so lovely to hear as well. Because I mean, it's super honored to be a part of all these sort of different things, and it's just lovely. I've just come back from Comic-Con as well this weekend, and just the things that people were saying, like how much the characters, they relate to them and it resonates with them. It really is amazing. So that's lovely to hear. So honestly, thank you so much for knowing who I even am. That means a lot. I love it.
Ah, of
Very grateful.
course. My goodness. You absolutely freaking deserve it. You are just
Oh,
such an amazing and sweet and inspirational person to not
oh,
only me, but like so many hundreds,
oh,
millions of people.
oh, you're gonna make me cry, honestly.
As long as they're
'Cause
happy tears.
yeah, no, it's happy. I just like I because I'm so like sort of very tired at the moment from everything in a good way, but like very kind of sort of struggling to keep my head above water a bit with everything. Like, cause also like I'm a workaholic, so I enjoy working very much, but I'm also not really looking after myself very well.
That is the same thing. I
Yeah,
have so
I
many
thought so.
projects.
Yeah, because you're such an amazing artist, and I know that artists, they tend to work very, very hard, and they're so talented and skilled at what they do, and yeah, I totally relate to that. In terms of like just working yourself but you love it, but you're just not really looking out for yourself very much at the same time. So to hear what you're saying and everything, it means everything to me. So honestly, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it.
Of course. And just
Oh.
hearing this from you is just, it means a lot to me.
Oh, no, I'll definitely be in touch. If your schedule permits, I would absolutely love to commission a print because I'm going to a con
Absolutely.
soon in
Absolutely.
America. So I'm excited to get like another mommy print. I think I'm probably due another one. So I'll absolutely be in touch,
Oh
which would
my
be
gosh.
amazing because I
Wait,
loved this artwork at the time.
thank you. I do have to ask, are you gonna be at MomoCon next year?
I am not. I haven't been contacted about it. I would love to be. I did an Instagram post where I was like, I got a new con agent, and I was like, oh, let me know which cons you'd want me at, and MomoCon came up a lot. Um,
Oh,
so
you
if
gotta
anyone's
train
listening and
me.
you'd like me to be there, just like let the con know, like email them and just ask them because I have to be invited. So if they know that I'm someone that you would like to see, and I love it so much, like I would love to go to MomoCon because it looks amazing and it seems very much somewhere that I think I would enjoy because it's very like sort of YouTubers and voice actors and music and stuff like that. So yeah, I would love to be there. But let them know, and hopefully I'll get brought on to go there next time, which I would love. No, that'd be amazing. I would absolutely love to go there. So hopefully, fingers crossed. And then if I get to meet you in person, that would be even more amazing. That would be the cherry on top.
I was just gonna say I would love to meet you because me, Tibbers, and several others of the Partners in Crime and Mob Team are gonna be going to MomoCon.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. So yeah, I would love to be there. It would be amazing to meet you guys.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for, I know you're not feeling well today, but thank you so much for, taking time out of your day to do this interview with me, for meeting Amber as well, and just being such an amazing individual. Thank you.
You're
Thank you. Thank you
both
so much.
so lovely. I have a feeling that if I do get to make it to MomoCon, we'll go out and have dinner, have some drinks, and just have a great old time. So it's been
Yes.
absolutely wonderful to spend time with both of you today, and I really hope that we do get to meet. Hopefully, I'll make it to MomoCon and we can, because that would be awesome.
For real. Thank you. Thank you again so much, Tibbers. I'm gonna get you.
I knew you would.
Thank you
You're
so
a
much,
good
and I hope
friend.
you feel better. I'm really sorry that you're
Thank
not feeling
you.
great,
No,
though.
it's all right. It's just like sort of general vocal fatigue and like just fatigue in general. But I'm gonna try and chill a bit this week and hopefully recover a little bit. But yeah, I'll definitely be in touch about the print because I would love to commission you. And Tibbers, it's been so lovely to talk to you and thank you for the lovely questions. And I really do hope that I get to meet both of you in person. So fingers crossed.
Fingers
I get
crossed.
there.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, thank you so, so much.
Thank you again.
You.
Take care. We appreciate you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. You guys too. I appreciate you guys too. I can't wait to hear this. And yeah, we'll definitely will stay in touch.
We'll talk to you soon then.
Yeah, talk to you guys soon. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Take care.
You too.
You're welcome.
Tibbers, what the hoot? Oh my god!
And again, thanks so much to Elsie Lovelock for taking time out of their day to complete this interview with me. It truly does mean a lot. Make sure you go and follow them on all their social platforms to find out what content they've got coming out soon. Just as a reminder, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content as I'm going to have more of these interviews coming out soon. But until next time, everybody, stay safe out there, make good choices, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.